This is the complete system that I wish someone had handed me day one in the life insurance industry. It's been about a year since I first started in this industry, and I know I could have hit my first 10K month a lot faster if I followed these exact steps. So now I'll give you the step-by-step breakdowns that actually experience success at a very high level very early on. So let's get straight into it. And just one more thing before we start, if you can't watch a 10 to 20 minute video about making $10,000 a month to change your bloodline, then you're fucking cooked. But for those who aren't, let's get straight into it. So just to recap, for those who don't know, how does life insurance sales actually work and how do you actually get paid? You've probably been hearing about this industry for the past couple months now. You've probably seen like Giuliano Massarelli fucking running around on the IG Reels and shit. But basically how it works is you're on a call with a warm lead that wants the service because their family cannot afford a funeral service. So what you're doing is you're setting up a monthly plan, typically ranging anywhere from about 40 to 350, $400 a month. And with that plan, it's for them to cover their burial expense, funeral expense, or leave money behind when they pass away. So then you're thinking, how am I going to get paid from a measly $50 plan? So essentially, for the operation, you're a middleman. You right here are little businessman right here. And then your client, Miss Betty, right here, she wants to buy a little policy, say for $50 a month, right? And then she has the money right here. She gives you the money, and you're the broker, you're the middleman writing the application for the big insurance carrier, whether that's just, for example, Aflac. That's an example as one of the carriers. So you're the middleman. So say Miss Betty sells a $50 a month policy, right? This right here, $50 a month policy. You get 9 months of the policy upfront from the insurance carrier. So they are paying you 9 months of the policy upfront to your paycheck, $450 to your pocket. Obviously, then whatever your commission is, usually it's about 75, 80% starter. You're making $400 off a singular phone call. That lasts anywhere from about 20 to 30 minutes, which is insane. So that's why this industry has been booming in 2026, especially because it's such an printing machine. You don't realize how much money you can make until you're actually sitting there in calls, getting the deals. It's pretty fucking fire. But anyways, that's for the people that don't really know how it works. Now, say you're already a licensed agent, and also you have to pass the test. It's pretty simple. So once you pass the test, you can start doing this. Now you're probably asking me, how do I start scaling to a higher level? How can I use this and multiply it and actually hit 10K a month? So the three main things to actually scale to a high level that you really need to focus on are these three things, in my opinion: your environment, the lead type that you're running, and your general work ethic. And that's what we're going to be tackling mainly in this video. So the first thing, environment. Environment, in my opinion, is the most important thing in insurance. If you're not around people that you fuck with and you resonate with genuinely, then you shouldn't be around them at all. They're not going to help you grow whatsoever. So the first things first, whenever you get into life insurance, you have to join an agency. You can't be contracted straight from the carriers because they don't let that happen, because who the fuck are you? They don't know you. So you have to join something what's called an IMO, which is just called an insurance marketing organization. Really important what IMO you pick, and you pick someone that's actually genuinely going to help you in the long run. There are a lot of IMOs, like the big ones like FFL, Globe Life. I'm part of a smaller IMO. I used to be part of FFL. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. So I would definitely do your research beforehand, and especially on those recruiting calls that they have you on. Make sure it's a genuine person. Make sure you ask enough questions. Main questions I would ask: how are the leads, which I'll get into a little bit later on? What's the culture like? And what's my path to growth and actually building a team? Does this agency provide that no other IMO does? Why should I join you? Because at the end of the day, it's also for you, it's a fit for you. So making sure you pick the right agency will make or break your thing. Also, you have to avoid some of the pyramid schemes. Unfortunately, there are pyramid schemes in life insurance. It is a decently common thing, so make sure you ask the right questions. If you don't know what a pyramid scheme is, you can only make money if you recruit, which is the opposite of what life insurance should be. Life insurance, you can make money on your own personal pen by writing the clients because you're a broker. If they emphasize just recruiting and recruiting more people, that's probably a stigma you've heard in life insurance. So make sure you really scope out the agency. Also, make sure what carriers are they contracted with, and do some research on the carriers as well. That's really important. Carriers is how you get paid, and the carriers are contracted to the IMO, and then the IMO is contracted to you, little Jimmy, right here, me. It's pretty simple with the agency. That's not like a crazy big deal. You could probably figure out and find a good agency and avoid all the shitty ones pretty easily. Next, which kind of goes in with your agency, is your upline. So if you don't know what your upline is, it's basically the person that puts you on to insurance. The guy that you saw his Instagram, I made this amount, this, that, and you hit him up. Like, hey, I want to be able to do this. Hopped on a recruiting call. So you get recruited under him the moment you pass the test. So with that being said, you have to make sure your upline provides you value. And if you didn't know, uplines, they make money off you. They make a small portion off your sale, but it's not taking anything away from you. But you have to make sure that, do they provide value? Because the whole job of an upline is just to basically just be a mentor for you, to grow your own insurance business. There's so many different avenues you can go with insurance. The main two is being personal and then starting a team. And as the upline, he has to mentor you to be able to do either or that you want. And if he can't do that and he can't provide you any value whatsoever, then he's just lazy. He's going to be a shitty upline. He's just trying to take money off of you. Make sure you find people that genuinely have your best interests, genuinely you want to learn from. There's so many cool people out there, but it's just, you have to figure out, does this person benefit me? It's kind of just like a vibe check at the end of the day. And once you get into this team, your upline should be trying to help you grow almost every single week. He shouldn't just like leave you high and dry. If he does, he's just a shitty upline. He just thinks he wants a team. Leave him immediately, because this will make or break it. This will determine if you're even successful or not, in my opinion. So it's really, really, really important that you find someone that's genuine, that wants the best for you, and that actually is going to put you in the position to grow. Whether it's just being a personal producer, submitting 30, 50K IP every month, or you growing a team and him teaching you how to grow a successful team. Because not only will that make him money, that'll make you a shit ton of money as well. If this is someone you want to do business with and you trust him enough to be able to make you 10K a month commission. And then finally, the culture. These three are very hand in hand, but it's super important you have everything lined up. So the culture of your dials, are they in person? Are you going to an office? Are you doing digital, like virtual dials, excuse me? That's the most common one with virtual. And you want to make sure, is your room set up enough? Are they having their cameras off? Are they just dilly-dallying? Are they actually being beneficial, having their cameras on, live dialing? These type of things that helps you grow as a person. Because it's super important, especially in virtual sales, because if you're just sitting there and everyone's just muted and you're just like, fuck, what do I do? Like, I'm just gonna stay muted as well. And just feel like it's like, kind of chill. But if you're in an environment of killers that actually want to fucking make some money, it's going to push you even further. I'm in a situation where all the people I'm with are making a shit ton of money, and it's pushing me every single day to be better. Make sure they have live dials. Usually it can be like Zoom or Discord, wherever the case may be. They have a live chat, live call going on where they have live dial. Make sure as well, everyone has a high standard for themselves as well. In this culture, you don't want to be amongst a lot of shitters, because that's going to make you shit. But if everyone is trying to grow like this, then you will grow as well. It's going to be a byproduct of that. It's like the saying, if you're hang around 5 smokers, you're going to be the 6th. If you hang around 5 people making 10, 20, 30K a month, you're going to be the 6th. It's just a matter of time. So making sure you're around good people is really, really good. Pro tip, get your boys into this as well, because it's super easy for you to be with your boys and actually just grow together. And then you're going to push each other to keep on growing. And then you're going to see the people in live dials growing as well. And then everyone's fucked, bro. So really, really make sure that you are having such a high standard for yourself and your culture as a team, as an individual, and make sure they're also in the culture of all the people. Make sure they're all good people. Some people are dickheads. Some people just don't want the best for you. If they're not willing to go out of their way to help you out, even if they don't make any money off you, then that says a lot about a person. So make sure that these people are genuine people that you fuck with, you want to work with. That's why I advise really getting your boys into this as well, because then you will grow so much with them and everyone's fucked. So once you figure out your environment situation, the next biggest thing is going to be your leads. There's so many different leads you can run in insurance. There's about 5 or 6 different ones. I'm probably missing some, but just off the top of my head, normal final expense whole life policy, index universal life policy, veteran, truckers, SMS leads. There's so many variations of leads to run. More importantly, stick to one. Stick to one, especially in the beginning. You're never going to get good if you're just bouncing around between mortgage protection, IULs, facts, whatever the case may be. Pick one and stick with it for like 6 months. I promise you, once you do that, you're going to see so much success. What I started off with, when a lot of people start off with, is FEX, final expense, if you don't know what that means. So basically, it's just the people that are a bit older, 60 to 80 range, that don't have enough money to pay 10,000, 20,000 out of pocket for a funeral expense. So they're getting a policy ranging anywhere from around 50 to, I would say, about 250 a month, right? And they're usually the more beginner leads, or like the easiest leads to run, I would say. They need it more than anyone else. It's like a need-based thing. They need this to survive. If they don't have this, their family is fucked. There's also different vets as well. Vet final expense. The difference is vets have more money. So it could be on average $100, which is like taking home $900. It doesn't really matter. Just stick to one and stick with it for a long time. Depending on what agency you're with, the leads will cost a certain amount as well. That's what not a lot of people like to talk about. And I want to talk about how shitty some lead vendors can be. And it's super, super, super important that the leads that you run aren't shitty, reused leads. And that also goes hand in hand, making sure that the agency and the upline that you're with aren't just trying to sell you recycled leads that they, 5, 7 months old, because that will fuck you. I've seen so many people go into a debt buying old leads, spending so much money on leads when they're just getting scammed from that. I say this, really make sure to have a lead system that's not going to bankrupt you, because that's the last thing people want. Usually at my agency and my team, what we do is we run free unlimited leads for the month. You just pay a dollar seat, which is like 240. So for 240 a month, you get free leads that range anywhere from about 1 to 90 days old, which is fucking crazy. This is unheard of. And there's over about 2-3 million leads, and there's about 10-20,000 getting added every single day. That's a system we've been using, and I've been using as well. And we've been hitting 10, 20, 30K weeks off this single method for the past 5-6 months. And obviously we also have our SMS leads, which is like kind of the mess blast. But with that, like, it's not even required. People can sell at a high level just off this dialer. And it's an automatic dialer that dials for you, and then you're getting connected to unlimited leads. So it's it's literally the best return on your investment. And just for your knowledge, your average CPA should be anywhere from about 220. So if you're spending about $220, you should get a sale and be profitable. And we're our system, we're totally beating this. Our average rep is doing about 14K revenue per month, which is about, after chargebacks and everything, it's about, they're taking home about 6 to 8K. Really make sure that any agency that you join, make sure that their leads aren't recycled. They should be free in the very beginning as well. They shouldn't be costing you anything to start off, because one, that puts you in the hole for money when you don't even know how to sell. Like, you need to be able to make sure that you can sell before you get on better leads, paid leads. Not all leads are created equal. So really, really, really make sure the people that you're buying it from are trustworthy. Upline isn't just giving you recycled leads. And do your research. Again, they're like really important to do your research. Moral of the story, just do your research in this, like, for this entire video. If you are interested in joining my agency, our average rep does anywhere from 13 to 15K revenue per month, taking home anywhere from 6 to 8K. If you are interested, DM me on IG, linked it down below. But let's keep going. After you figure out your lead situation, whatever the case may be, mortgage protection, right? So say you picked FEX, just out of simplicity. You're going to stick to this for the next 6 to 8 months, strictly FEX, to get good, to get familiar with your product, to know everything about it. And now comes the most slept on part of insurance. One of the most important things that will not make anything else work is your work ethic. Insurance is not easy. I know a lot of people that don't see any result in the industry for a long time because they don't have an established work ethic and they don't know what they're doing from a day-to-day basis. Non-negotiable, if you want to speed run 10K a month as fast as possible, you have to be eating 40 hours plus per week. What this does is speeds up the process of you failing all the time. It helps you grow and learn what to do better, how to get better at sales, you understanding the script that you have. And it's the only way to get tangible results. Volume will negate luck every single time. And to eliminate that luck, You just got to work as much as possible. You got to be able to get it out the mud. There's going to be so many times where you get an objection, you can't get over it. Okay, fine. I'm going to get my get back and get this other sale that's going to give me even more money. There was this one guy that started about 2 months ago. He was been putting in 50 hours every single week. For the first like 3 weeks, he was all right. He wasn't doing good. He like sold like 2K a week. But this week he sold 31K. 31K because he was putting in 50 hours every single week. He was being super consistent and actually growing and forcing that growth, negating the luck at all. So if you can't do this step, first of all, then you can't do anything and like chalk it all. You're just gonna be working a glorified 9 to 5 at that point. Next, on top of that, like I said, is having a consistent schedule and actually sticking to it. What I want you to do after watching this video is you build out your schedule for yourself. What is my schedule going to be on a day-to-day basis? You should be time blocking. That's one thing that's helped me a lot. Going to your Google Calendar and having a certain section for just say dialing. You're going to dial from here, which is like say like 9 a.m., 4 p.m. And then you're gonna take a little break right here, right? Let's just do like a different color here. I'll do a different color. I'll do like this right here, and then say this is like your lunch or whatever your little break. You have an hour break to go do whatever you want, reset, eat some food, whatever the case may be, right at 5 o'clock. And then from 5 to 9, you're hitting a stretch of just straight lock in. What this will do, one, is help prevent burnout because people get burnt out from just working from 9 to 9 straight. You're obviously going to feel super tedious once it hits around like 2 or 3 because you're going to get that midday slump. But once you like have a certain schedule, you stick to it, and then you time block, you hit that block of like a reset, and then you get back to what you need to do. It one builds consistency and also it negates so much fatigue so you can do this every single day and it builds a routine and builds a healthy routine and you will start growing at a super fast pace. Next, this one just comes with being a dog. You got to be the first one in, last one out every single day. You need to be so fucking hungry to be able to get to that goal because it's not going to hit itself. One thing I love about sales is it'll expose your biggest weakness and it's all on you to make your money. If you can't be that guy, if you can't simply work 40 plus hours a week and actually have some sort of drive, then get out of this industry. It's not going to be for you. I promise you. There's so many other industries for you. But if you can do that and be super, super consistent, you'll make more than all those industries combined. I promise you. It's so lucrative. It's not even funny. But anyways, yeah, have that dog mentality. First one in, last one out. Talking about work, not doing jerk off shit, doing RGA, revenue growing activities, whatever the case may be. You are super dialed, super locked in, which will set an example if you have a team later on that, oh shit, this guy's the hardest. He knows what he's doing, and then they can look up to you. They'll be more motivated. And you'll have a fire ass team. But again, it all starts with you. So the income is all based on you to be able to see that results and see the success you need to see, and making sure that you're logging your days as well. See how many calls you log, see how many presentations you had, see how many sales that you had. What did you do wrong? What did you do this? Call your upline every single night. Talk to him. Hey man, what did I do wrong with this? If he's a good one, he would know. And then set a plan of action. How can I get better? How can I achieve the goals I need to achieve? And do that every single day until you're achieving those goals. And then you build, ask him for different advice about building shit. Really, really be coachable as well. Like whatever he tells you, if he's actually a good one, he's made the money, this, that, and the fourth, whatever he tells you, you need to follow because he's trying to help you to the best of your abilities. And one more thing I want to add, it's just having a long-term vision. In this industry, you see income jumps in 90-day increments. So it's super, super important that you make sure that you have such a long-term scale of you doing this industry. This isn't some quick cash grab. This isn't something that you can run up in one day and the next week you're gonna be making thousands of billions of dollars. Wish that was the case. It is the case for some people because they're doing all these things right here. You have to make sure that you see a long-term growth. If you have one shitty day, 2 shitty days in a row, think of yourself 2 weeks from now. Did I grow? I did? Okay, keep going. Like you'll be tested and tried every single day in this industry. There will be so many times where you want to quit because nothing's going your way. You got a charge back. You got an objection. You're not selling this week. Everything's slow. But in those moments are the moments that you actually double down. Those are the moments that you tell yourself, can I actually push forward? Am I the man that I say that I am? Can I actually make that $10,000 a month? And you will. You will do that because everything will fall in line if you have that work ethic and you have that long-term vision. Am I growing on a 90-day scale? And especially if you're building a team, you're not going to see the fruits of your labor for 90 days, whether it's you building a team, whether it's you growing as an individual seller, whatever the case may be. That's why it's super, super important to have such an open mind and an abundant mindset when it comes to you selling. But if you do everything correctly on that as well, like speed run it. Like I've known so many people that have made over like 30K profit in their first 3 months because they were willing to learn and they were willing to just work super hard, work harder than the last guy. First one in, last one out mentality. It's like being a dog. And you can't train that for some people. Some people will take longer, but it will work in the end. If you trust yourself, have a long term vision, and trust the people you're around that are good for you. But yeah, basically the step-by-step guide to to making the money. If you can do that, you'll be making fat fucking cash. And I promise you, when it rains, it pours. You might not see it the first day, the second day, the third day. But when that day comes, holy fuck, you're gonna be pouring in money. But yeah, make sure have a good environment. Make sure the leads that you're running are actually decent leads. Stick to one lead type. And then the work ethic is just a volume game at the end of the day. 40 plus hours a week, being consistent, calling your upline every night. How can I improve? This, that, and the fourth. So if you can do those two things, you'll be fucking printing. Like this will be you right here, fucking graining in money. If you are someone that's trying to get into the industry, or you're already like a new agent that doesn't like where they are, DM me on IG. Our average rep is doing like 13.5K revenue per month. And again, it's totally free to start. I don't have a course or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to have a course in life insurance. But yeah, if you fuck with the video, like, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all.